You are now listening to the Pelicans post-game report. Flash Report.
Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all joining us for this episode of PPR Flash Report. I'm Big Q. For all things Pelicans, man, your one-stop shop for all things Pelicans content related as we talk about our beloved Pelican squad, man. We've been dealing with a lot, man, but in the end, we will fight our way back into this thing. Anyway, let's get into some of the latest news and notes for the faithfuls. This is coming directly from Hoop Source Rumors about James Borrego, Willie Green, Joe Dumars, and the rest. The coaching search, all this is being implemented and thrown in at the same time. So y'all guys kind of bear with me as I kind of claw through this stuff, all right? Pelicans, of course, we know about the Pelicans, naming a new coach, James Borrego. Saturday morning, he fired Willie Green, and it began a whole chain of events going forward with the team as they go about the business of trying to reassert themselves in a winning way. It's a very long road to fight back. The Pelicans are currently 2-11, and we have a lot to go. So Coach Borrego says we got a lot to do. The beauty of this game is you come back to work the next day. It doesn't get any easier. We've got another juggernaut coming in. So it's referring to the Monday matchup against the 13-1 defending NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder, which provides another tough challenge for a team badly in need of wins. Borrego made his first lineup change on Sunday, giving the first career start to rookie big man Derek Queen, who finished with 9.7 boards, 6 assists in a 24-plus minutes. So the Pelicans got balanced scoring with 4 players in double figures, but committed 20 turnovers that resulted in 27 points for the Golden State Warriors. Now, there were costly, careless turnovers in transition. Coach Borrego said, we got to have more poise. There's a balance between playing fast and frantic. Playing with poise, we've got to be opportunistic in transition. This is also information that's added from the insiders that we're that we're surprised around the league that Green wasn't fired sooner, considering the Pelicans' poor start. According to Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, Scotto here is the executive vice president of basketball operations. Joe Dumars was supportive of Green early in the season, but conveyed a constant message that the team needed to improve. Sources tell Scotto that the offseason addition of Jordan Poole was upset after being removed from the starting lineup on October the 29th, and Green's coaching style had become, quote, stale, end quote, with Trey Murphy. Scotto adds that some players and other members of the organization believe Green did not do enough to hold Zion accountable, right? Dumars held a meeting with his staff this summer where he talked about emphasizing defense, toughness, high basketball IQ, and a high motor, then completed a trade an hour later for Poole, who doesn't fit the description. Sources tell Scotto that Poole's salary is over $31 million this season and $34 million in 26-27, which is considered a tough contract to move by rival executives. Scotto adds that the trade and the deal sending an unprotected 2026 first rounder to Atlanta in exchange for Queen were pushed by Senior Vice President of Basketball Operations Troy Weaver, Dumars' longtime associate, Scotto reports. Weaver is also a strong supporter of Kevin Ollie, who has been mentioned as a possibility to eventually take over as head coach. Scotto adds that Scotto cites Tom Thibodeau, Mike Malone, and Taylor Jenkins as free agent coaches who might have interest in the Pelican jobs, but speculates that their, quote, price tags could be too rich, end quote, for the team. Now, Mark Stein of the Stein line points to the Bucks assistant Darvin Ham as a name to watch in the coaching search in his Substack. So y'all could check Stein out there. But what's really interesting, fam, is we kind of talk about a lot of these things that are going on with the team is that at PPR, we cover a lot of this on a daily basis. And the reality is it is true. A lot of people wanted to see Willie Green fired sooner. I mean, as soon as the offseason coming in here where the team has its new leadership, its new coach already in place and working on building the identity. What happened was there was a blockage insofar as the head coach being able to be letting go or released so that the VP, Joe Dumars, can pick his own guy. That caveat, when he was given the job, the mandate, even though Joe said there was no mandate, the mandate that Gail wanted to keep Willie Green as the coach. And this is not nothing new. She did this when we had Elvin Gentry, when David Griffin first came, and David Griffin wanted to find his own coach, and Gail had the mandate to keep Elvin Gentry for that year. It didn't work out ultimately. Elvin Gentry and David Griffin butted heads constantly. It was a disaster. The team suffered for it, and the same thing happened this year. So as soon as the article came out with NOLA.com that said that that a discussion was had between Gale and VP Joe Dumars during the Portland Trailblazer game, that, people believe that a consensus, came up where she kind of backed off of that mandate. And the very next day when that article came out, Willie Green was fired. So people, rightfully so, I think, place her as the main person that was responsible for why Willie Green was here. He lost the team last year. He never regained the team, and it was just a snowball effect. Now, in terms of James Borrego taking over the team, it's going to take time, because the Pelicans, if they have the effort, we've seen in the previous matchup, we've seen last night, they have the effort. The issue with the Pelicans simply is that the new coach has to come in and teach these guys how to play, where to be on defense. He can freely teach them his offense. So we're expecting the team to get better. It's unfortunate that we're among some very tough games, OKC, Warriors, also, and then Denver coming in on Wednesday. It's going to be very difficult, but this could help forge the team into a better unit taking on these tough teams. So there is some information that Zion will be coming back soon, if not for the OKC game, definitely by the Denver game, having his 20 points back, and then next week getting Jordan Poole back. This is 20 to 40 points of offense that's missing from the Pelicans. So once we get some of these players back, we can be about the business of identity building and doing it different. James Borrego's offense is a very fun offense that is structured, and it's just going to take some time for the Pelicans to kind of galvanize. As you see, the team looks very, they don't look too good. But I do believe that James Borrego is the right guy in the interim to get this team to play better moving forward. So with that being said, I'm Big Q, man. We appreciate you for chiming in on Pelican Postgame Report. Do us a service. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Feel free to check in with us with PPR all the time. We represent the Flocking Nation. That's the Pelican side of things. With that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. I'll see you later on the next one. Much love, peace, and go Pelicans.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.